Well, hello. After such a time away, I apologize, guys. Yeah. So, the storm that came through, we were out of water. I could not use my stove. We only had a little bit of power restored because the 220 side, I guess when the electricity was popping off and on and off and on before it finally went off, it did something to it. Thankfully, Dillard ordered a 220 breaker off of Amazon. It came Monday. As soon as he knew he had it in his hand, he called our Appalachian Electric. They didn't know when they could get a crew out. They were still busy trying to get people up and running with electricity. So Tuesday afternoon, thankfully, he called again. They happened to have a crew in the area. They came out. They pulled the meter so that he could install the 220 side. Hallelujah. But I gotta tell you guys, 5 days without water. Wet wipes and dry shampoo only go so far. Now, we did have the 110 side, sort of, kinda. On one side of the 110, it was less than 110, and so I would come in here to my card room and would turn on the overhead light, which I desperately have to have, and it would be flickering. Oh, no. The other side of the 110 actually had more than 110, and so, but we didn't know that for a while. We thought our fridge and the freezer and the fridge combo unit was doing fine. It was going to get back up to temp. No, it didn't. So we kind of had to finagle with that until we got everything repaired and got everything back up and running. And I got to tell you guys, don't ever take getting a shower for granted. And I'm not patting myself on the back, but let me tell you, 9 times out of 10, when I go and get in my shower, I'm telling God, thank you that I have hot running water. Thank you that I can take a hot shower whenever I pretty much want to, unless the electricity is out. But guys, even with what we went through, it's nothing. It breaks my heart to see these video clips of massive flooding, entire homes just being washed away, everything that someone has worked so hard for, and it's gone. A lot of people have lost family members, and I think the death toll may continue to rise for the foreseeable future as they get into some more of these remote areas to restore power and try to help people and take care of them. So please keep the prayers coming for them. It just, I mean, there's times I just want to cry for what they're going through. So if y'all would, just please pray that God would sustain them and get them help very quickly. All right, guys, we are going to do another Christmas card, and I do have a sample card to show you. Let me pick it up back here, and we're going to change it up just a little bit. Now, you know me, this was just my sample card. So this is from Spellbinders. It is called Dancing Douglas because look at those little legs. Isn't that cute? That is so cute. And I like the background, but we are going to change that up. Now, I have got the GinaK Fuse. This was the very first Amethyst Special Edition that came out. I'm turning it on right back here. There's a off and on switch back here. And then I'm going to take it up to number 3. And it doesn't take it long to heat up. While it's doing that, I thought I would tell you I'm actually using Stampin' Up! Cardstock on today's card. So I've got Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Real Red, and Lemon Lolly. May do a little bit of ink blending before all is said and done. Now, GinaK is famous for her polyglaze foiling sheets. You can use these with a laminator. I really appreciate GinaK's Fuse because, as you can see, there are different heat settings depending on what you're doing. Let's see, iDeco foil, which is carried and I think manufactured by Thermoweb. And Thermoweb is also who makes Gina K's Polyglaze foiling sheets. And she has such a variety. So the one I used on my sample card is called Blanket of Snow. And it's really, really pretty. Let me get that back up here. It is really pretty. The foil that I used on that was Gina K Fancy Foils. It is called Sparkling Silver. You see all that shimmery, holographic goodness? Isn't that pretty? I don't know if I'm getting that to really show up for you on camera. Ah, it's gorgeous. But this time, I thought we would change it up, use the same foil, but change it up to the Polyglaze Flurries 10 sheets. It's a smaller print because I came dangerously close on my sample card for the background to overwhelm. It just reached temp, guys. So we are going to take out one of these. And let me explain to you about Polyglaze. It works in, well, I already had it open. It works in the same way that a toner sheet would, but you have the advantage of a white background. And where the Polyglaze has been put on there, they tinted it gray because Polyglaze is clear. So can you see that? So I'm going to take that. We're going to get out a piece of this Sparkling Silver, and I may already have a piece kind of sort of cut to size. I don't remember. Guys, I had this all ready to go. I wanted to go live last Friday, and at 9:33 last Friday is exactly when the power went out. So there we were. Power is out, no internet, no anything, no way to try to get a hold of you to let you know, yeah, the power went out. So I do apologize for all that. I'm going to flip this up. One thing you do want to be sure of is that the foil totally covers your Polyglaze. When you're sending it through in the carrier sheet, if that Polyglaze is exposed at all, it will get onto your carrier sheet. Does it ruin it? Not necessarily, but, and I have heard that rubbing alcohol may take that off. I don't know. Fortunately, I haven't had to try that. And I am going to follow Gina K's recommendation that you use a Swiffer cloth to, because I know how dusty my house is, guys. Oh, heavens. It was Tuesday of this week, right about 4 o'clock, that we finally got our electricity on. First thing I did, I went and scrubbed my bathroom. Oh, because you would have thought I would have took a shower. Well, that very morning, I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't do the dry shampoo anymore. The wet wipes, I couldn't. I was done. So he hooked up our small generator to our camper and got the water heated up, and so that the water pump itself would work. And I got a hot shower that morning. Very same day, it finally ended up getting restored. And I gotta tell you guys, it lifted my spirits so much. I had been doing, Bible reading and all that kind of thing. I had. Oh, let me explain to you. You do put your foil shiny side up. Words are hard today because I'm in such a hurry. I have got to get in the shower and leave. Today is my mother-in-law's birthday, and we have planned almost an all-day outing. Saturday morning, like 2 o'clock in the morning, we're leaving for Myrtle Beach. I know. Myrtle Beach didn't really get any kind of damage per se. Now, I-40 is a goner for a lot of people for a very long time. We will have to detour, and I suspect stop and go traffic. Anyway, get back to the card. This carrier sheet is a Thermoweb carrier sheet. GinaK's are clear, and I think I've got some here somewhere. I'm not sure. But this is parchment paper, and I have used just parchment paper very well. When I very first started with foiling and stuff, that's all I had. But theirs, Thermoweb's, is silicone lined, and so it helps transfer the heat a little bit more. So let's see how this is going to look. I should only have to put this through one time. Oh, and my thoughts are everywhere. Yes, I'm under the gun. I've got to hurry, and get ready to go. And try to get this video done. And get it uploaded. Whether or not I will have a description below the video like I normally will try to do. Let me just one more time go over this. For this card, I am using the GinaK Flurries foiling sheets. And I am using the GinaK Sparkling Silver. Now, you could use sterling. She has a turquoise. In fact, I just ordered that the other day. That would also be pretty for snowflakes in the background. If GinaK is out on her site, go to Thermoweb. Go to Scrapbook.com. Go to Simon Says Stamps. Many times they will have something in stock there that she doesn't have on her site. So, always check that out. And this is cooled off. I'm going to turn this off. And let's see what we got. Oh, isn't that pretty? And I'm looking. I got complete foiling. I love that. Isn't that gorgeous? Can I get it to kind of sparkle for you? Now, this sheet here, I can reuse on a piece. She has white polyglaze sheets where I can take this negative, run it through, and have another piece. And I do that quite often. As a matter of fact, for my sample card, I took that negative piece. Isn't that gorgeous? It's gorgeous. Can you do this with a regular laminator? Yes, you can. You can. That's what I started out with. I ordered mine off of Amazon way back in the day. It was a Royal Sovereign, and I got pretty good results. Not perfect, but I got pretty good results. So, all right, this is a stamp set, Dancing Douglas from Spellbinders. Most of the dies are gone from in here. There are very few left sitting, and there's a reason for that. In an effort to kind of speed this up and yet not shortchange you, we are going to be die cutting all of him out. I had to replace my bottom plate. You see how etched that is? And I was finding no matter what side I used, it was etching up into my cardstock so that, yeah, I wasn't able to really use it again. So, save these. Save these plates that are really etched for your embossing folders. It won't hurt anything. Like this is still good. It's not warped. It's not cracked. I can still use that. So, over to the side here, I have some garden green. And the pieces that I need out of the garden green are already down. And I'll show you some of these dies, and I'll show you some of the features that they have as we go. Looky there. Now, what you may not be able to see, and I don't know how well. So, right here, the very bottom of the tree, there is actually, if I can get that to show up, see where it put those lines? That shows you exactly where to line up that next layer of the tree. Isn't that awesome? So you're not like trying to do this guessing game. This piece is the same way. There's a couple of little lines right there at the very top. If I can tilt that to where you can see it. Yes, so this is how they have done their designs, and I appreciate it so, so much. Now I'm going to take this off. I'm not going to be able to reuse any of this, so it's okay. It is okay. All right. I hope you guys, wherever you are, whoever you are, you know, I've been meaning to go and check on Lisa Freeman's channel. I followed her for a very long time, and she is a delightful, wonderful Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. She truly is. But when I left Stampin' Up!, I unsubscribed from everybody that was Stampin' Up! That, you know, I followed. So, yeah, I do need to go and check on her. She lives in Virginia, West Virginia, and I hope she is just doing really well. These are the legs that we're going to make dance, and this die cuts out that middle piece. As you can see, that middle piece is stuck here on my plate. You don't need that. Although, if you have another project where you need some little round circles that size, then there you go. Alright, let me see if I can get that to... Yep, there it goes. Fell right out. So there's his little legs. Put that to the side. My die back up over there. And let's continue to get more parts and pieces cut here. Oh, my card room's such a mess. Somehow, some way, I have still got to have time to make some of my fresh milled bread before we leave. And I just don't know how I'm going to get everything done. Like, I just don't know. Alright, we're just going to leave that on there. This is more of the tree body here. Yeah, we, neither one of us felt like trying to do anything vacation-wise as we were sitting here without water, without being able to use the stove. I had to go and buy convenience foods in the grocery store, which I was not real happy about because, quite frankly, I don't like them. They don't taste good. And I sure hate using a microwave. I do not cook with a microwave. However, God is good, and He made that, you know, ability available to us. And it was better than nothing, right? It was a blessing, even so. So, alright, I've got the arm and the hand. I am going to have to cut the arm and the hand, whoops, again, out of some white, and I'll show you why here in a minute. Let's see here. Can I put in? Yes. Let's put some more pieces in here. My goodness gracious, so we're not cutting umpteen trips through here. Guys, I have got something on the way to me that I will be checking out with you. There was a one-day flash sale with Hero Arts in which they were putting their mini cutter half off. Half off, guys. Wasn't that amazing? Wasn't that awesome? And I ordered it. It's not going to be here until after we leave, unfortunately. But it's all good. I am getting these die cuts off as quickly as I can, so I can reallocate them over here. Let's get going here. All right. All right. Now, I do have some little pieces. These are the feet. These are the little mittens. Now, these little pieces here, let me try to pick it up so you can see it better. Well, take the lid off. I swear. those little pieces right there go on the top of the shoe. I can sketch that back out of the way. Okay, that fits right there on top of that shoe if I can get it to let go. Anyway, you get the idea. And I'm going to die cut this again out of white because I want the tops of his little shoes white. So I'm not even going to save those little pieces. Just going to flick those out of the way. I do need my little circles. I need those. I need to point that and get that out. I don't need the red ones, but I still want it out of my die so that we can cut this again ever so quickly. Maybe I should have gone ahead and die cut all this stuff. Maybe I should have. All right, I'm missing a foot. Oh, here it is. I'm going to put this over to the side, scrape the rest of this off. I don't need any of that. Not even the little circle again. We're going to have to cut that on white. Let me put my lantern up. Now, you'll notice you could do a lantern or an ornament. And somewhere over here, I've got an ornament that I did. And there's even a die that cuts out the little holder for the ornament. And it splits it. Do you see that? So that you can tuck it around his hand. Isn't that sweet? But I felt it was just a little large for a traditional A2 size card. I do plan on doing a 5x7 somewhere down the road. But until then, I'm sticking with the lamp. Now let's see here. We need to get... These are his arms. We want to do that. And these are the circles for the tree and the star. Let's run this through. And I'm trying to make sure that what I need cut out in white, I am relegating over here to the side. Oh, I already had those done, didn't I? I already had the arms done. I think I did. All right, let's get these untaped. Back in my... There we go. All right. Now, I need all 6 of these little circles. Not that one. And there's a star. Put that over to the side. And I'm just going to scrape them off. As long as I don't lose one, hopefully. Say a prayer that I don't lose one after I just cut it. And I am going to, this is the one that cuts out the 2 feet, plus the little balls that go on the tip of the toes, plus the top. And that I do need out of the white. So, let's get that cut. Guys, I'm sorry. I know I'm all over the place here. I do have something I want to address in this video, and it broke my heart. I have a viewer who, Cherie, if you're watching, what I should have told you in the comments was to call GinaK customer service. And I'm just being transparent and open about this. She ordered, on my recommendation, she ordered the new GinaK magnetic base. Now, she was telling me that hers warped something awful. I didn't know what to say because, and I'm being honest when I tell you this. Hold on, I'm still trying to get dies put up. Let me grab mine and show you. I have done over 100 die cuts on this thing at this point, okay? Is it bowed just a little bit? Yes. Can you see? Let me move this. I think I'm done with the die cutting. It is bowed just a little tiny bit. Well, that's going to be the nature of something that is like a cutting mat that is flexible. You can turn it over. You can take your heat tool to it and flatten that back out. Now, I don't know how bad Cherie's warped. I don't know if it's just a rotten mess. If Cherie, you could have gotten a hold of a bad one. I mean, things do happen in manufacturing. Where's it at? I will tell you, this magnetic mat I bought from Scrapbook.com. I have not tried it out with the GinaK machine. I have done easy over 200 die cuts with this thing since I got it. Because since I ordered this and started using it, I had a card class. And I made 32 card kits. And so some of the kits had more die cuts in them than others. And so when I kind of totaled up how many I had done, it was between 300 and 400 die cuts that I had done for that class. So give me time to work on it. It's going to be a good week or so before I can do that and see if that is also a good alternative. But I thought that was in really good shape to be die cut on that much. And I think I like my GinaK magnetic platform. So, Cherie, please do call customer service. Please do. It may be that they need to send you another one. If not, get back a hold of me because, girl, honestly, I feel really bad. I told you guys I loved it, and I do. I do still. I've been using it without any issues. However, it is possible to get a hold of a bad one. And if that's what's happened, please do call her customer service. GinaK has got some of the best customer service I have ever seen. Of course, Stampin' Up! Does too. And any of the other companies. Simon Says Stamps, Ranger Ink, Spellbinders, Altenew, Honeybee Stamps. I mean, I could go on and on. All right, I want my star. And so I'm trying to make real sure that I am not throwing away. Oh. Got one more thing to die cut. One more. I missed it. So let's get that. Just back up here. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. I hope your all's weeks have gone smoother. But I do feel bad, Cherie. Do let me know in the comments below after you call GinaK customer service. Let me know what they have said to you. I don't know how long it's been since you ordered it. I really don't. If it's been over 30 days, I'm not sure what they are going to be able to offer you. But do let me know what the outcome is, because I'm scheming here because I feel really bad that my recommendation did not work out for you, and I'm feeling kind of guilty. I mean, I'll just be honest, I am really feeling guilty. All right, I'm going to have this close by, and we were going to start putting our little tree together. And let me just show you. I'll just kind of put, well, can I put him in there? Yeah, you can kind of see that. All right, now, got all my pieces up here. Oh, boy, we're having fun. Yes, all the parts and pieces. But I so enjoyed this. My youngest grandson, I think, is really going to enjoy that. I just think he will. In fact, I'm going to make sure all three of them in the same family get the same dancing type cards, although the characters are going to be different. All right, so I'm going to take, and I'm going to put a little bit of shadow in on the legs. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Just kind of ink blend that out. Kind of give him some definition there. Didn't really mean to put this on here. I really meant it for the tree layers. This is the, lemon lime. Really just want that lemon lime. See how dark that lemon lime is coming up onto the garden green? You wouldn't think so, but isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? It's just giving that just a little bit of shading. Just a little bit right there. Give that a little definition. We're going to do the same thing with this. Maybe not quite so much. Tap that off. This is one of my Gina K brushes. I love her brushes too. I need to get some more. I don't really have a whole lot of theirs. I like Honeybee Stamps brushes. I mean, all these companies, guys, they all put out something that's really, really nice. Okay, got that. See, I didn't do this on my first card. I didn't. So, we're just going to fill that in a little bit. And then I'll clean this up. I'm making sure, too, that I have this. I can pick that up. There we go. Making sure I have this right side up so I'm not ink blending the wrong side. And let's do a little bit on his arms there where it's not much, but you'll be able to see it when we put it together. And whoops, get it back up right. There we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, guys, it is almost 9:30. Woo, baby. We gotta hurry. And I think that's all the ink blending I'm going to do on that. Let me move everything back. We gotta hurry. I need my water bottle. And I'm gonna clean this up real quick. Here's my little trusty ink rag. Okay. There we go. Now, what I want to do is, I buried it behind the scraps. I have my 4 1/4 by 11 inch scored at 5 1/2 top folding card. I have my layer of black, and it was that black cardstock that I showed y'all a couple of weeks ago that I ordered off of Amazon. Again, I am not going to have time to put links into the description today. Hopefully I'll get to it tomorrow. Tomorrow being Friday, when you see this, at some point I will get to it, okay? Just, it's not going to be today. It'll probably be released to you without the description. Just come back and check a little bit later, and it'll be fine. Let me make sure I cut these right. I need to cut this down. I did forget to do that. So I'm going to cut this down to 3 3/4. So I'm going to, no, I'm not trying to imitate Gina K and everything she does, but I had been looking, oh gosh, I know for better than a year at a small guillotine cutter, and I knew I didn't want to spend just a whole lot on a guillotine cutter. Wait a minute, I didn't quite get enough there. I'm chopping this down to 3 3/4 by 5. Now let's go back and get the 3 3/4. It doesn't really matter at this point which size. But I love this. For my small space, this is perfect without being too big. Will I ever get a bigger guillotine cutter? I don't know. Really, I don't know. Maybe. So, 4 by 5 1/4 on the black. 3 3/4 by 5 on the polyglaze flurries. I believe that was called flurries. What was that called? Let me make sure so I don't confuse myself either. Was it called flurries? Yes, flurries. And you get 10 sheets of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. They definitely will fill a whole A2 card front. We're just going to go ahead and lay this down. And then we're going to start putting Douglas together. Am I straight? Ooh, I hope so. Because I really do not have time to be doing too much with this. So the very first things I want to put together is Douglas himself. And so I alternated the colors. And so I am going to put the glue where I showed you earlier where those little etched marks were. And this, they line right up. They line right up with those little embossed areas. And I'm not sure where my, oh, here it is. My little dirty block that I haven't cleaned. Gee, I can't imagine why I would have overlooked something like that. And then we have got this piece here. Again, I have these little etch lines kind of showing me where it goes. And here we go. Now I'm looking without trying to get my head in there to pick up on where those lines are. I'm going to hold that down for just a second. And now let's get this one. Oh, I didn't ink blend that one, did I? Where'd my brush go? Here it is. So we're going to ink blend a little bit on that one. Just a little bit. Got that on there. Did I put it on the right side? I did. Yes. You can't really tell I did anything. I can't tell I did anything. And there we go. Now we got a little definition. There we go. Got that. And got this one on here. Oh my goodness. All right, it's coming together. It's coming together. Hooray. And then the last piece, this really curvy one. And a little bit of glue right here. Overlap this. But you see how easy this is? Isn't it cute? While you're sitting and watching TV, you absolutely can get this done. And then right here on the very, very end, I am going to take that real red star that we cut out and just lay that on there. I'm going to slide it down a little bit if I can. There we go. So that it's more right on the very tip. I really don't want that to get stuck to the glass. There we go. We're good. We're good. All right. Let me clean this up ever so quickly. You like my little card here? Can y'all even... Oh, you can't even see it. There we go. Can you see it now? My card room, my craft room was clean last year. Sorry you missed it. That's how I feel too. And can you see the little eyeballs I die cut? When you cut that black layer, it cuts out a hole so that the white behind does shine through. But we're going to do something a little bit different. But I just wanted you to know that is there in case you need that. Now, we are going to start getting his arms put on there. I have really got to hurry. I have really got to hurry. So I'm just going to put some glue right there on that part. And it's going to go up on that second, like that middle big layer. The big layer's the middle one. right up in there. And what I like to do is take and just kind of lay this on here and make sure he's staying confined. And he is, so far. And then we're going to take the other arm, get the glue on there. I want a little bit more than that. That really wasn't quite enough. There we go. And this one is going to come out right about here. About like so. And again, we're good for staying within the boundaries. Kind of let that set up just a second. And we're going to go ahead and put his eyeballs on. But the eyeballs we're going to put on are googly eyes. So here's one. And here's the other. And guys, I got to laugh at myself. So I ordered these, my gosh, probably 2 years ago off of Amazon. There's all kinds of assorted sizes, really cheap. Well, it had been a while. And I'm trying to glue them on, and the glue's not holding. And I'm going, what in the heck is going on? So I got out my Tombow glue. It didn't hold either. I would come back 15, 20 minutes later, and they're still just sliding around. And I thought, well, okay, is there an adhesive backing on these? Well, yeah, duh. And so at that point, I didn't have any issues. So let's see. And I don't have the readers on I normally wear because I have temporarily lost them in the house. So I'll take this and see. I don't want him to look cross-eyed. There we go. There's that one. Now, let me get this one and we'll get the backing off. But yeah, it works so much better when you take that plastic backing off. Oh my heavens. There we go. I got it. Did it go back on? There it is. There it is. Okay. And if he does look a little cross-eyed, it won't be the end of the world. Not for a child. So there we go. So what do you think? Isn't he cute? It just gave him a little bit more personality, I thought. All right. We need to get his legs, but not just yet. First, we're going to go ahead and glue on his little shoes. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the glue right there. And I need my tweezers. And I need to get it right side up. Am I still in screen? I hope so. Because I'm frantic. I'm trying to hurry, 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 hurry. I have got to get in the shower and get ready to go out the door. Oh, heavens. Okay. So, I had a little extra glue because I wasn't really solid with my glue on that side. And you see how easy all these things are lining up, right? You see how it's going. And I got a little bit of glue, but that's the beauty of working on a glass mat or a silicone mat, either one. Whatever you prefer, whatever you have. That is the beauty. If I can get that slid up. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're good for the most part. Okay, got that. And I want to get the tops, and they go right here, right where it's got that wide area. And these, I just dropped it. Oh, heavens. All right, here we go. But y'all leave me comments if y'all had a hard time, if y'all went through what you went through, what your stories are. I do want to hear your stories. If you were affected by this storm, or you know someone who is affected by this storm. And I know I keep bringing it up, but guys, it's really heavy on my heart. And I think sometimes we get so used to, the bad news, And then after a few days, it's like, yeah, our attention span is so short that we just kind of forget about it. Guys, please don't forget about these people. Please don't. They are real people, and it could be any of us that is going through all this. So please, please do not forget about them. Keep those prayer chains going. Let's not let this fade too quickly. I was listening, I want to say it was Ryan Hall Y'all the other day. He is my favorite meteorologist. He's here on YouTube. Go check him out. Love him. He was saying that it was going to be months, weeks and months before some people got fully restored. So, you know, your insurance companies are going to be stressed to the max. There's just going to be so many different factors that play into people being able to get their lives put back. All right, what else? Well, we just have the little decorations. Hopefully I'll have time to do that. All right, before you start gluing, you want to take your little legs and you want to lay them here. And what I do, did I have it out? No. I am going to take my pencil here and I'm drawing just around that upper bit. You probably can't hardly see it, but I can see it, okay? And I want to take some dimensionals. Where are my scissors? Here we go. I want my little ones. And I'm going to pop him up. I'm going to pop him up even on those little tiny arms. Let's see if I can get this just laid down. So most of his arm. Here we go. Well, I thought I had both of them off of there, both sides of that release paper. Let me see here. Oh, come on now. Don't fight me. I don't need that right now. I really, really don't. Oh, I can see it. Oh, looky there. I just removed half of that. I should have got out. Should have. I should have got out my, I didn't have a problem first time. Of course I didn't. I should have got out my Pear Blossom Press stuff. That's what I should have got out. Because it lets you reposition. In 24 hours it's permanent. But you have got oodles and oodles of time to make sure that you're good. Oodles and oodles. And it's thicker than this, which I don't know if that would have been appropriate for this card, because theirs is directed more to the shaker cards, you know, where you really do want that little extra lift. And be mindful, these are not strips that I am doing here. These are dimensionals that I am slicing into to get that little bit of something something there. And this one is not going to be as long. Do I have it on there right? I don't think I do. That is such a tiny sliver. Let me try this again. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Aha! Got it. Sometimes this old lady does fairly well. Now I'm going to take and cut around the edge. I'm going to cut me a piece. You can't see where I drew that circle. I can see where I drew that circle. I'm just going to lay that there. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and just cut some pieces here so we can piece that in. here, there, and everywhere. It doesn't have to be solid. You just need enough. Ugh, goodness. I'm getting all tangled up. Sometimes I wish the backing paper on the dimensionals would stay on there a little bit better until I really got used to where I was putting everything and then got ready to, sometimes they just go ahead and pull off. And that's okay. That's all right. No big deal. Now, I have got to cut this. Stick this right here. Can y'all tell I'm frantic? We are actually going to an apple orchard today. And it takes some time to get there. So, I do not want to, in any way, shape, or form, be late and have everybody waiting on me, because there's 4 or 5 of us that are going today. So here is that one. And I'm going to put a little one right up under his star. Right up under his star. Oh, heavens. You know what? I am actually very close to getting frustrated here. I did not, guys, I did not have this much trouble when I was by myself trying to do this. I didn't. That is showing. Of course it is. There we go. Now we're good. All right. For the most important part, we are going to take and line this back up and lay this down. And I'm going to raise that up. And I'm taking 1 dimensional. You'll notice Stampin' Up! Dimensionals are not round. They're that hexagon shape. Doesn't matter. This is going to work just fine. I'm going to take that backing off. And I'm going to take Douglas. And we just want to make sure that part is covered. And we're going to tack him down. And there we go. There we go. Now let's get ready to put his little ornaments on. I've got an air bubble right there, and I'm getting kind of messy with that. Okay, let's get this. Guys, I'm so sorry. I know that I'm just here, there, and everywhere, but you just don't understand how much I'm under the gun. It did not help that we had 5 days and no water. You just don't understand. Laundry was not done. I did 4 loads of laundry just yesterday, and I still have more to do. And I'm going to be gone most of today, so I'm only going to have tomorrow to make the bread, to get the rest of my house clean. And let's try not to bite off more than we can chew. But, you know what? I think I'm just going to smush that over. I'm just going to smush that over, because I was looking up there at my sample card and realized I didn't try to cram 2 in there in that little space like I was fixing to do just then. Patience. God is good all the time. Yes, He is. He certainly is. Guys, if it hadn't been for Him and His Word, I couldn't have got through this. There's no way I could have got through this. And I don't know how people do it without a belief system. I really don't. I just don't know how they do it. Okay, last one right there. Right there. There we go. There we go. All right, now let's check. Do the legs work? Looky there. They will. There we go. Looky there. Awesome. Now he's flowing. Sometimes you have to finagle with it right after you first make it so that it flows just as free as what this one did. Okay? So sometimes you'll have to do that, and that's okay. Now we're going to get their little mittens. And all right, that's why I die cut them again out of red and put his little mittens on there. That slid back up right there. And here's the other one. Got that put on there. And here we go. Yada yada. Yay! And then these tiny, tiny little cuffs. Little tiny cuffs. All right. If I can get a hold of it, I've got dry glue now all over my fingers. All over my fingers. What did I just pick up? Oh, that. I thought, oh no. Okay, there's his little cuff. And the jury is still out, guys, as to whether or not I'm going to continue to making videos, okay? So at the heart of the matter, I have to ask myself, am I making videos to help teach people? Yes, I am. So I know my motivation is correct. I know it is. However, once again, I'm scattered. I can't focus because I have so much on me. But anyway, now, one other thing. Wink-a-Stella. We're going to Wink-a-Stella the star. We're going to Wink-a-Stella the little baubles. His little ornaments. Just like so, just like so. And I'm not going to do I will do the little white parts. Yeah, so he can have a little bit of sparkly fur on his outfit. What do you think, guys? Hey, we got it done. Hallelujah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. My prayers are with all of you, whether you were affected by the storm or not. Some of you are struggling with illness. Some of you are struggling with family tensions. Some of you are struggling with financial matters. Regardless of what your struggle is, you're in my prayers. Please be safe. Please know you are loved. God is good all the time. Bye.